Oilers, you got a great offense with Connor McDavid. So I have them sweeping them.
Yeah, well, I don't think you heard my point. The San Francisco Giants have 3 more in the 2010s than the Rangers have in their entire history. So, yeah.
It's hard to get back and to get back-to-back wins. And I don't see the Lightning doing it here, so I have them losing to the Hurricanes in 6.
We don't talk about the 2010s because the 2010s had the Astros. And if the Astros didn't happen, the Yankees would have won in 2017 with the Dodgers.
He was close to Frank Reich, and they want Frank Reich back, so that's what they got. It's their discount Frank Reich.
Kaprizov and the rest of this crew, Jordan Greenway, who doesn't get enough props. He definitely is somebody who needs to be mentioned more.
Hi, this is Julie Dobbs. You're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. We did talk about this when we were talking about season predictions or in another MLB video, but you have the Torpedo bats, which has dominated this week ever since, I would say it was opening day for the Yankees when they debut those bats.
Yes. Wait, no, actually, technically not. Apparently, Giancarlo Stanton was using a Torpedo bat last postseason.
Oh. Huh.
And some people are saying that it may have contributed to his injuries, but Stanton doesn't agree with that. But some people are trying to say that.
Interesting. Okay. But yeah, for people not familiar with the term torpedo bat, it was just they moved wood up more into the barrel.
The sweet spot.
Yeah,
what they call the sweet spot.
Yeah, so you just have a bigger area to hit the baseball with. I would say.
Yeah, you do. Where you want to hit the ball, you have a bigger area.
Yeah, and so just people have been saying it would be banned if it wasn't for the Yankees, but I love this.
Yeah, a lot of teams have jumped on. I feel like, and again, everyone talks about Judge. Judge still doesn't use one. As we're recording, the Yankees are playing the Pirates right now, and Judge hit a home run earlier this game. He already has 6 this season, and he's not using a torpedo bat. So I don't know why people will consider them bad. I mean, offense has been struggling in the league. And while I'm a defense-first guy in every sport, basically, and I'm pitcher-first in baseball, I don't think this is all that big of a problem. If you see the size difference, it's not crazy. Like, it's still within the 2.61 barrel diameter that is required by the league. The league's had that rule forever, and it meets that requirement. I have zero problem with it. And that, sure, you can say I'm a Yankees fan, so I'm going to think like that, but it's within the rules that have been set forever. They're not breaking any new boundaries. It's just the bat looks a little weird, so people don't like it.
I understand if they want to ban it, but I wouldn't. It's just, to me, another edition of of a baseball team finding something and going like, oh, how can we use this to our advantage? Like, they brought in a physicist who was like, what if you took this part of wood and moved it here to where you have a better chance of hitting it? To me, that's just kind of, you have the sticky stuff of like, if I can grip the ball better, here it is. And also pitch framing as well. You have teams getting catchers, which is now just a common theme, but of helping your pitchers be better with this pitch framing and how he is using that when he catches the ball to fool the umpires from a ball to a strike on a borderline call. So to me, this is just another evolution of baseball. My biggest shock is the Yankees did it. A team that, because we talked about the Rays and Guardians and how they develop players in their system, and I could see the Guardians who struggle with hitting home runs. How are they not a team that figured out, I was like, oh, we can get more hits with a torpedo bat, or if we do this. So to me, that's the most surprising thing, is a team like the Yankees that dominates the sport just kind of with name and just their money found this, I would say, cost-cutting move to me, or it's increasing value without having to pay much money for a player.
Yeah, I get what you're saying entirely. And I think the biggest thing is you said that the Yankees have done it. I think it's cool, obviously, that it's the Yankees that have figured it out, but I think someone would have figured it out eventually. I saw someone compare it to like golf clubs, and that's a perfect way to do it because everybody hits the ball harder at a different spot, and you can form the bat the way that you would want to form it within the rules. So I would not be shocked if eventually we see, like, how in hockey the curve of the stick is different for basically every player. Now there are some that use, like I used Ovechkin for a little bit and a Crosby for a little bit and all that other stuff when I played. But how far you want it curved and how much you tape your stick. I mean, we all know the Jamie Benn stuff, or at least if you are only familiar with baseball, Jamie Benn basically puts no tape on his stick. But a lot of people put a lot of tape on their stick. That sort of personalization, I think, makes it really cool to be a hockey player because you decide how you want your stick to be. And that doesn't honestly give you any advantage except for feel, right? It's how you like to feel it. And I think that's the same way with the Torpedo bats or new bats. You would be able to personalize it to whoever is hitting, not just in length or weight, but also in how the bat is shaped. So I think it's pretty cool. And I think it should be something that sticks around.
Yeah, I hope it sticks around too, because the thing is, it's still a bat. Like, you can still miss on a pitch if it doesn't go in your right way. It's just if you connect on that pitch, you have a better chance of hitting that sweet spot, as you talked about. So that's a big thing. Yeah,
you're right. It does give you a better chance, and it's fit within the rules that have been around forever. They didn't change the rules. They didn't. I still think banning the shift is more controversial than this.
Yeah, that's a great point. I kind of forgot about the shift and just banning it. And that's a thing to where, like, you saw them ban the shift. You could see that with the Torpedo bats. I'm okay with it. But I love the idea of, like, you have that with the shifts. Teams tried it and they're like, okay, we're not doing that anymore. So I'm very interested to see what happens. But that concludes our discussion of the Torpedo bats. We're pro it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate your comments, and we have in the past done a video based on your comments. Thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.